Yes, the stream isn't finished yet. You just need to give me a moment. Done. Oh, I've got the game on. Game on. So I'll just finish the subs now. Defugeroles. I don't know how you want to say it. Defugeroles? Defugeroles. Defugeroles? I think the way that. Defugeroles. Defugeroles. Yeah. Sort that out. Oh yeah, I've not started the clock, got him. There we go. Number 15. Beat. One thing that shocked me is Alphonso Davies is on the bench. Herzegovina. Just realised. Take your way subs somewhere. Okay. Oops, I accidentally delete the word subs. To jacket. Secret in it. Pasta. 10, 11, jacket. Jacket. 12, 13, 14, 16. That's the one that's it. God's sake, Alistair Johnson's been booked and he's in my fantasy team fucking again. But 18. Begovic. 20. Yeah. Oh my god. Guess who's forgot to change the score on the scoreboard from the South Korea-Turkey game? Mong. Anyway, let's finally start commentating on this game. It took a while, but we get there in the end. Of course we get there now. Vasilic. 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 Oh, Vasilic. Let's call him Vasilic. Anyway, oh, and there's Olawasai and Jonathan David was queuing up in the middle. Couldn't get a leg out to the ball. Now Buchanan. Kone. David again in there. Katic with the clearance. It's going to bounce to Cripper. Cornelius. Oh yeah. He's put the yellow card on Tona. Put the yellow on. Anyway, Alistair Johnston. Still Johnston. He could pull a cross in. It's a good cross. Oh, and it's come off Katic, and it's a great shot from David. And an equally good save from Vasilic. I think it's just come off Katic's leg. It's a horrible touch. Anyway, Muramerovic. Vasilic. Oh, it's just a Vasil, so. Let's say Vasil. Let's just say Vasil. Everyone else is an itch, apart from Kolasinac. She's pretty close. Jesse Marsh is getting very energetic on the touchline. Passionate there, especially from an American. Amar Dedic with a throw in. Down the line, headed forward by Cornelius. And aided out of play by Miller. I'm just going to call him Miller. Miller. Another throw in for Bosnia as Miller keeps putting so much pressure on Amar Dedic as soon as he gets the ball back from a 1-2 from either Basic or Tahirovic. Or Tahirovic. Anyway, Cornelius hooks it away down the line. Miller. Eustachio. Still Miller again. Eustachio is pulled down, but Cornelius cleans up. And Oluwase was almost away again from a Kone through ball. Canada are all over Bosnia here. And Miller was almost played through once again by Laria. But eventually Eustachio, the captain of Canada, gives away a foul. And that will be a free kick in favour of Bosnia as Amar Dedic is down there. He's also chopped down Bayraktarevic. No. Bayraktarevic. I think that's his name. Jonathan David headed on into the path of Oluwase. Now away is Bayraktarevic. And Laria chopped him down and Bosnia have a corner. Good challenge from Laria. Bayraktarevic. Ooh, that was late. He's lucky he got a bit of ball. Bosnia's corner here. Basic's delivery towards the near post and is flicked in the back of the net. Bosnia have the lead. And it's from the corner. It's a beautiful header from, I think that is Lukic. And it is Lukic. Headed into the far corner of the net of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Lead Canada. And it's another goal from yet another set piece. There is a first contact in there. That would have been a penalty anyway, because I think Kone is dragging down someone in there. Possibly Moromerovic. Larea, some really poor marking there. It's just gifted Bosnia that lead. And we're just replaying it again. The beautiful, beautiful, beautiful delivery from Basic. And the flick is actually unchallenged by Cornelius. And it's by Sir Kolasinac at the near post. I think Kolasinac got the final touch anyway. I'm going to give him the assist. And if BBC don't. I don't really care. Bosnia lead Canada by a goal to nil here. Brilliant stuff. Mirovic fouls Johnston. It's going to be a free kick to Canada in their own half, which Canada aren't really rushing to take. But we will have a hydration break here anyway. Lukic, as we hit the halfway point in this first half. Bosnia are ahead thanks to Lukic's header on the line as he got in front of Laria on the line. Cornelius unchallenged header against Kolasinac flicked on to Lukic on the line after a beautiful near post delivery from Basic. Canada have been looking really nice on the break, but possession-based football, trying to build an attack by passing around the back. Bosnia have been better at that than Canada have. The goal in the first half is what we want, and this would be my first prediction that is wrong so far, as in score-wise, because I didn't think Bosnia would score today. But Lukic has proved me wrong. It's a brilliant flick from Kolasinac and Lukic, yeah. I don't know what Larry is doing. It must be like a lapse of concentration. He lets Lukic in front of him and lets him score the header. Bosnia, they've gone through Wales on penalties to get here, and they've gone through European giants Italy on penalties to get here. You'd have thought a few months back that this today would have been Canada against Italy, but Bosnia have proved everyone wrong so far. Canada 0, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1. Oh, yes, in a minute. Did you stop? Aye. Jeez. Refugio Reyes. Stacchio with a free kick. It's an impossible angle. This reminds me of Tony Cruz's free kick against Sweden. Takes it short to the edge of the area, and Kone's poor touch, and he takes the shot. It's deflected off. Baraktarevic, Miller, Cornelius, Johnston, headed out by Muramerovic. Jonathan David gets down the other end of the pitch to take out Tahirovic. Refugio Reyes, Kone, Miller. Kone can't get to the second ball from Miller. Now Demirovic. And now Baraktarevic tried to return the ball back to Demirovic. Unable to do so. Stacchio, Johnston, Refugio it said. Refugio. Miller. It's brought down near the byline. Foul not given. Now Larea. Now Kone. Kone's delivery. Jonathan David. It goes unattacked. And it's still Jonathan David, and it's cleared by Katic. Oruwashei was in there as well. Probably should have finished the second shot off, but unable to. And now Oruwashei is played through on his left foot, and it's over. Canada have had 0 luck so far, and their luck isn't improving. They need to take one of these chances, because Bosnia flew into that early lead and Canada have not responded. Fugero. Pretty chaotic this first half. Well, chaotic for me. Canada have a corner. It's a good delivery. Cornelius was up there, so was Defugero. And now, Memic driving away from Laria. He thinks he was pulled back, but he does win a throw-in for Bosnia in the attack in the final third. Cornelius cleared away. Only was Katic. Kolasinac played it down the line, but it's gone out of play. Kind of have the throw in which Alistair Johnston will look to hurl to Oluwaseyi. Oluwaseyi gets nowhere near it, neither does Buchanan, who's in there as well. Demirovic was barged over. Referee doesn't give anything apart from a throw into Bosnia. Demirovic was sure he was fouled by Cornelius. Defugero. Still going. Johnston. Now Cornelius under pressure from Demirovic. Miller keeps it in play. Kone. Oh, lovely little flicks there. Takes 3 Bosnia players out the game, but can't slide in Jonathan David. And now Bosnia looking to start a counter-attack through Bayraktarevic. Amardedic, the throw in, he's got a long throw, hurls it down the line. Lukic can't make any sort of sustainable contact to flick it down the line. Now Eustachio. Johnston. Eustachio. You switch to Miller. Dedic flicks it away, only as far as Bayraktarevic. Now Miller. Now Kone. Was inside, too far out to take the shot. Eustachio. Miller. Miller now promoted with Hull, a Premier League footballer. And it's gone behind for a corner. Miller as Vasil caught it and it's gone out of play. Eustachio. Nice delivery. Cornelius couldn't get anything on it, neither could Oluwaseyi. But it's another corner to Canada as Kolasinac clears it against Katic for yet another corner. Kolasinac asking for a handball, maybe pushing the back on David as well. I don't think they're going to get it. It's not handball, it doesn't touch his arm. I think they're asking for a foul on David. It's not a foul, but it's definitely a corner. Can Canada strike back? Nice delivery. Cornelius was up there, couldn't make a connection. Denic. did clear this away. Lariat. All the way back to Crepo. Cornelius. Fougerolles. Buchanan. Buchanan still driving, drives it to the byline, wins another corner for Canada. A lot more positive for Canada. He smashed it against Memic to win the corner. Good stuff, and Captain Eustachio will look to deliver another cross. Both of the last corners have gone to the near post and unable to have been won by Cornelius. And Eustachio's delivery this time, Cornelius this time does win a header. It's flicked to the far post where Milar's standing, takes it to the edge of the area, and a good delivery towards David. It's headed away again, and this time Kone's cross deflects off of Memic for the corner. Ismail Kone wins it for Canada. So Bosnia will again have to try and scramble this cross away from the corner. Buchanan, Eustachio, Kone tried to slide it in across the floor. Jonathan David. This time to Fougerolles. Flicked it into the 6-yard box. Vasile didn't come for it. Oliver Say was almost in, and this time he is in, and it's a heavy touch from Jonathan David. It rolls into the grasp of Vasile. Bayraktarevic. Fougerolles. Still to Fougerolles. Good challenge in there from Lukic. Canada have had much of the momentum in this game, but the 5 or 10 minutes that Bosnia had, they went and took a chance, and now they're leading. Now Canada have had a number of corners, a number of free kicks, and a number of chances, but cannot score and equalise. Jesse Marsh must be so frustrated just watching this game. He's needing something else, another gear from Canada to try and get a win, and of course Memic just gave a throw to Canada there after losing possession. Bayraktarevic. Still Bayraktarevic. Van Lukic, and it was a bit late on Kone, but it was fair. It was a fair challenge in the end. Kone. Cornelius. It's bouncing for Oluwaseyi. Milan can't take a swing at it because he was very late on the scene. Bayraktarevic. And now Memic is going to have a drive at Johnston. And it's a good challenge from Johnston, and it's thrown to Bosnia. To Kolasinac. Long looping throw into the penalty area, headed away by Diffuserol, and it's a wild volley that loops over Crepo's crossbar by Tarevic. For God's sake, it's another one. I'm going to have to make a compilation on these stupid names. Tarevic. Cornelius has been fouled in the process of me saying Tarevic. Dimirovic has been booked for a foul on Cornelius. Oh, he was late on the scene, and it's on the ankle. That's a harsh yellow, that, for Dimirovic. He's going to have to be careful. He's a very physical player. And if the Canadian players milk it enough, just like Cornelius just did then, you never know. It could be dismissed soon enough. 10 seconds of normal time to go, and we find out how many added minutes we will have. Muramerovic clears it for Barektarevic to try and get something off of Cornelius, and it doesn't. There we go. 4 additional minutes added on here. Dimirovic. Can't find the ball to Lukic in the centre. Cleared away by Eustachio. And it was late on the scene again. And that's going to be another bucket for the Bosnia player. This time it's going to be Lukic. The goal scorer is now in the book. Closing down Buchanan and hacking him down as well. Cornelius. Mila can't with the header over Dedic. I meant Miller, sorry. Dimirovic. Basic. Katic. Kolasinac. Tahirovic. Tried to get Lukic in behind, and it's going to go all the way back to Crepo. Going to try and start something for Canada just before half time. Can they get a goal and a foot back in this game? Buchanan. Really needed to play the pass, but I think it's just going to go out for a throw in here for Canada. Buchanan probably should have passed to Kone there, instead of trying to cut inside and go himself. He was weaving through a maze of white shirts, but eventually he did get caught. Throw in. It's headed away by Katic. Could Oluwase get anything on it? Johnston! his strike cannons off of someone in the Bosnia penalty area. I think it was Kolasinac. Corner to Canada. Just before the half end here. Eustachio, outswinger, in a decent area for Cornelius. And it's over the top of the crossbar. Well off target from the Canadian centre back. But at least he's getting the shot off, at least he's attacking the cross. But he really needs to turn that on target. Baraktarevic, still Baraktarevic, and the final whistle goes when I think Lukic could have possibly been in behind there, but he looked maybe offside. And well, Bosnia take the lead in Group B. And in Toronto, Canada are behind by 1-0 thanks to a set piece swung in, an in-swinger by Basic, flicked on at the near post by Kolasinac, where he rose higher than Cornelius, who didn't really jump for the header. Kolasinac went unchallenged, and well, Larea, fast asleep. Lukic crept in behind him and headed it over the line for 1-0. Aye. Oh dear. I've just turned the stream back on. On iPlayer, and well, the seal has cleared Oluwaseyi out. Oh, it's just Cruyff turn. Oh, that's a good save from Vasil as well. Um, I was just watching a little bit of skill from earlier. Canada think they should have had a penalty, and Vasil's took him clean out, but he's got a fist to the ball before anyone, before Oluwaseyi could get anywhere. Miller's beaten Dedic, and Oluwaseyi can't get anywhere near the through ball that he's just played through. Vasil comes to collect. There we go. Got the second half thingy on. Mm. Eustachio. Cornelius. His delivery was claimed by Vasil. Miller. Kone. Eustachio. He slid through. Oluwaseyi. Oh, it's cleared off the line and onto the bar. I think that's Kolasinac on the line. What a clearance that is. Kolasinac has just saved Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Oluwaseyi has been denied on the line by the Atalanta defender. That is absolute unbelievable. What a through ball from Eustachio, and the touch to take it away from Katic from Oluwaseyi was brilliant. Laria as well. No, it wasn't Oluwaseyi that took the shot, actually it was Laria. Kolasinac on the line, such good reactions. He's just flicked it onto the top of the crossbar. That's outstanding. Oh, Demirovic is clean through. Oh, and it's through. And Crepo's come out and it's wide. And it's a save by Crepo. And that is really lucky. That's so simple from Bosnia and Herzegovina just to send Demirovic clean through. And it wasn't caught onto by Canada straight away. And that was just so far too easy. Change the thumbnail because Bosnia are in white. Kone sends through Jonathan David, who tries to send himself through with a heavy touch and he can't. Seal with the clearance. Only cleared as far as Alistair Johnston. Johnston on the overlap. He's got Eustachio as well, and Miller's delivery doesn't find a target. Oh, that's a great idea from the throw-in, and Jonathan David is clean through here. Can he send in the cross? No, he can't. It's deflected off the leg of Kolasinac and into the hands of Vasil again. Canada looking really dangerous. A goal is definitely coming for the Maple Leafs. The Fougerolles heads it out for the throw. Kolasinac got the assist for the goal. He's made an important goal line clearance as well. Oh, Kolasinac just took too long on the throw-in because apparently you've only got 5 seconds to take the throw-in now, and well, it's swapped to a Canada throw. Throwing down the line by Dedic. Cornelius gets some of it as well. Eustachio. Kone flicks it in the air. Eustachio was especially late onto the scene, and he does foul Barak. Was that Barak Terevic? Yeah, it was Barak Terevic. I was just making sure there. Barak Terevic was fouled by Eustachio, and it's an important chance here for a set piece goal. He scored the first goal from the set piece. Bosnia, can they get a second? It's a nice delivery. Kolasinac waiting on the edge, just hooks it back into the area, and Crepo can't claim it, but he does punch it out for a Bosnia corner. Basic. Lovely delivery. In there again was Muramerovic, who heads it over the crossbar. Eustachio. Laria. Kone. Taking his time. Miller. Oh, he almost found Lariat. Oluwayesi. Bakhtarovic. Bakhtarovic. Wins the throw-in for Bosnia. Here we go. A goal for Canada's definitely coming. They've been on the front foot this second half. Can Bosnia stay strong? Well, Miller's just coming off here for Schaffelberg. Jonathan David's also going to come off here. So is Buchanan. So Miller, Buchanan and David all coming off for Canada. For Schaffelberg, Ahmed and David. Miss David. David! It's come off the toe of Katic at the very last second. And it rolls slowly, trickles into the hands of Seal. Romero. Ooh. More Muramovic was there as well, just to shield the ball to Vasil. Cornelius. Ahmed. Tries to flick it towards the left to Lariat. Kone. Cornelius. Eustachio. Eustachio strike! Whistles wide of the far post. He's asking for a corner. Brilliant from Schaffelberg to get away there. Finds Eustachio on the edge of the area. Beautiful turn. Shifts his body. Strike with the right foot. Wide of the mark. Hirovic. Memic. Tried to get it forward to Bazdar. Lariat. What a touch there from Schaffelberg. And the delivery. And the header across goal off the line again. Kolasinac away again by Memic. Off the line again. That's a free kick after a careless foul by Bazdar. Bosnia with the stroke of luck again. The header at the back post looks sure to go in. The Fougerolles was fouled there by Bazdar. And now Ahmed. Ali Ahmed squeezes in Eustachio. Can he bring it back across goal? And Ahmed can, but it had so much power on it. And Canada get it. It just seems so rushed and panicked in the area. They're just trying to get a shot off as soon as it enters that penalty area, and then it just bounces off players in the area. Of course, it was Katic off the line that time after the header from Oloasei. The luck Bosnia and Herzegovina are getting has to run out at some point. Canada have to score at some point. They've never, ever earned a point at the World Cup finals, and this could spell trouble for Canada if Bariktarevic could get the pass away there, and he couldn't. Kolasinac with a delivery to Bariktarevic at the back post, the header like power, and Crepo starts the counter-attack with Kone. Canada have the numbers. Can they release the right player through here? Ali Ahmed slows the play down, and Muramerovic makes the challenge, and it's late again by Bazdar. It's going to be a free kick to Canada in a dangerous position. Eustachio standing over this free kick here. He stood away now. Ahmed's delivery flicked on at the near post by a Bosnian defender, and now Kolasinac is barged over in the corner. It's going to be a foul. Fougerolles commits a foul near the corner flag, and that will be a hydration break. Halfway through the second half, the score remains 1-0 to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Tell you what, Alistair Johnson will be getting out of my fantasy team. Because Bosnia, with a few strokes of luck, have found themselves ahead against Canada. Anyway, tomorrow morning, very early in the morning, USA play Paraguay. Tomorrow, possibly tomorrow morning, I'll stream a game, which is USA versus Paraguay. The players coming back out from the hydration break now. Seal. Fujerol has just gave the ball away, but almost had his pockets picked by Demirovic. Now Ahmed, he's been absolutely electric on the right wing. He's applying so much pressure to Bosnia, and now Kone with a sliding challenge does not win the ball, and then gives away the foul. Bazdar is brought down on the halfway line by Kone. A foul, and rightly so. It just said Alfonso Davies has been injured for most of the year. Forgot about that. Forgot about Davies being injured. Fair enough. Anyway, Bosnia are going to make some changes here. It's Bayraktarevic, Mehmet. Thank God Bayraktarevic has gone off. It took me about 20 minutes to try and pronounce his name. Anyway, we carry on. Moramerovic. Kolasinac. Still dancing is Alagbegovic. Alagbegovic. Still going Alagbegovic. Kolasinac is brought down by Ahmed. Referee didn't say anything. I don't think he noticed. Kolasinac doesn't complain about it anyway. He can't have been that serious. But anyway, looking for Canada's second stoppage of this game here. It's just going to be the single substitution. It's going to be Larin of Southampton. Kyle Larin of Southampton coming on for Oluwaseyi. Ahmed. Still Ahmed. Oh, beautiful Trivella ball in behind, and Vasile comes to claim the ball. Larin, almost with his first touch, scored a goal nearly. Johnston. Kone. De Fougeron. Cornelius. Still Cornelius. Eustachio. Now Kone. Kone. And Kyle Larin with a strike is finally in for Canada. And Kyle Larin, the instant impact, he's only been on the pitch for 3 minutes. And Canada, out of nowhere, I didn't even see that coming. Kyle Larin on the half volley. The Southampton striker on loan from Real Mallorca last season has struck Canada level, and they might just get their first ever World Cup point. And the small deflection, I think Vasile, it takes it away from him. The small deflection off, I think that's Katic. And the little touch to flick it up from Kyle Larin. He smashes it into the bottom corner. Nikola Katic, the unfortunate one. He is on fire, Kyle Larin. It took 3 minutes. And the Canadians are level again. And 80 minutes. shows on the clock. 10 minutes of normal time to go. Kyle Larin. And he's promised David. He takes the shot and he's dragged wide and he's gone down holding his Achilles. Don't know if anyone dragged the studs down in. I don't know. He's just gone down. What a touch from Larry. And a small flick from Kyle Larin. Just to take it away. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the assist on there. The assist was from Promise David, by the way. Yeah, David just saw the gap in between. Well, it looked like a non-existent gap, but Promise David found it in between the Bosnian defence. And I think it took a little nick off the Bosnian defender before Kyle Larin flicked it up and volleyed it. And then it took the final deflection off Katic to take it away from Vasil. And Larin has equalised for Canada. Well, that was unbelievable. Johnston clears it, smashes it up the pitch. Here's Larin. Now Ahmed, and Larin's away again. He's got the pace on Kolasinac, but does he have the pace on Vasil? No, he doesn't. And the shielding from Vasil as he watches it go out for that goal kick. Kolasinac is down on the floor. I don't know why. He looks injured. I think Kolasinac has pulled up there. Kolasinac limps off the pitch. The final Bosnian substitution will be the replacement of Kolasinac due to injury. And Burnic will come on for Bosnia. Kolasinac was having a pretty good game as well, but come off injured, and that could be a worrying one for Bosnia and Herzegovina because their captain. That might be a pretty serious injury because he went down with no one around him. But can Bosnia get something off Canada here? They can get a corner at least. Bazdar just sneaking in behind Cornelius there and winning the corner. Well, yeah, as I was saying, that could be a nasty one for Kolasinac. He went down with no one around him. I think it might have been his knee. But, yeah, it's worrying if your captain goes down like that. I don't think, going forward, I don't think it'll help Bosnia, of course, because that's their main defender. Out injured for possibly the remainder of the group stage, possibly even the knockouts if they get there without Kolasinac. But That's if they get there. But to get there, they need to win this game first. It's looking like this will finish level. We saw a goal for Korea to win. We saw a winner in the South Korean game today, this morning. But will we see a winner in this one for Canada? Amal Dajic takes a throw in straight away. Eustaquio. Sunjic. Sunjic. Sunic. That was going out then. Actually, well kept in there by Alibegovic. Johnston on the throw-in. Looks like this is going to be a long looping throw into the penalty area. It's a good throw in from Johnston, headed away by Muramerovic. Johnston has it again, in swinging delivery towards Kyle Larin. Kone's going to chase it down off Bazdar. And what a brilliant idea that is, because here comes Demirovic for Bosnia and Herzegovina. He's holding the play up nicely. Goes all the way back to Amar Dedic. Driving forward is Gigovic. Found himself in danger. Found himself in front of a red shirt defender in Cornelius. And now Promise David goes down there. And so does Eustaquio, following two challenges from Tahirovic. Eustaquio's over the free kick. Actually, shit, I keep hitting things with that. I'm going to stop. Kone. De Fugero. I've got the hand with this name pronunciation thing. Ahmed. Ali Ahmed. It's found. Kone. And now Eustaquio flicks it for Ahmed. Almost perfect, but Muramerovic in the way. Game has been pretty good. 2 goal line clearances. A lot of luck swinging Bosnia's way. And of course, that equaliser for Kyle Larin. Pretty good game, I'd say. It's not been boring, so I'll take it. It's not as boring as I thought it would have been. I only thought it'd be a 1-0 and pretty boring average game. But that's just me. Begovic. Amir Begovic loses the ball to Eustaquio. That was late on Eustaquio and Ali Ahmed. They're both down on the ground yet again due to challenges. They need to get up because they need a goal really quick, and Sunic was the man who made both of those challenges. Now, Promise David and Kyle Larin both in that penalty area, ready for Eustaquio's delivery. Eustaquio, will it go to Kone? No, he won't. He'll loft it into the penalty area, and Vasile makes the claim. There'll be a minimum of 6 minutes stoppage time here. Sunic. Burnic. Bazdar, did he keep that in? De Fougerolles wins the throw-in. The young defender for Canada. Defending very strong there. This could be the first stalemate of the tournament. And it will come from Group B, which many predict Switzerland to walk it, including myself. Anyway, this will be final substitution of the game, and it's going to be for Canada in stoppage time, and Eustachio, the captain, is going to come off here, and it's coming on will be Siger. And Osorio. Sorry, I said Siger, it's Osorio, sorry. Canadian home crowd are not happy. Muramerovic, that was poor from Promise David. That's obviously a foul, and I think there was contact. The commentators and I think there was contact on the heel of Alabegovic. I completely agree with that. Gigovic is going to take the free kick here. Takes it short. Bedic. Ooh, that's a poor clearance there from David. Now Kyle Larin back there trying to do the dirty work, and he's been pulled back and pulled down by Nikola Katic, the former Plymouth Argyle man who played in that legendary 1-0 win over Liverpool in the Cup a few seasons ago. And of course that's an obvious yellow card. Tactical foul from Katic. Easily a card, but Osorio. Ali Ahmed brings it down. The long loopy ball. Kyle Larin's in there, and Vasil with the save. De Fougerolles. Ali Ahmed. De Fougerolles. They're going to try and go down the left hand side now. Cornelius. Laurier. Larea. Still going. Osorio. Larea. Still Larea. And Kyle Larin. What a block by Maramerovic. Maharamovic with the block. Maharamerovic. I don't know how you say it. Maharamovic. Let's go with that one. Maharamovic with the block. It's the 95th minute. There's 10 seconds left. I've still not got the grasp of everyone's fucking name. But of course it's the long one now. All the other ones I've got the grasp of. It took me ages to get the Bayraktarevic. And that's the full-time whistle. And that was the final chance to win the game from Kyle Larin. The first point ever earned at this tournament.